Blake Lively just spoke out exclusively to People magazine concerning the SNL50 disaster, as well as what her plans are for this year. You are not going to want to miss this one. Blake Lively knows it will be a long year with Justin Baldoni lawsuit. How she's getting through it. Exclusive source. A source tells People that Lively feels more ready now to embrace the spotlight after she and Ryan Reynolds attended SNL's 50th anniversary special. Then there she is. It was so fake if you haven't seen it. In fact, I'll drop a clip in right now.
Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard? Yeah, okay. But my question is that you know that the materials that they made the cone heads with, are those edible?
Edible? No. And based on them being made in 1975, I'd assume that they're highly toxic.
Oh, okay. So if somebody, hypothetically took a couple of nibbles backstage and, got excited, should they go to the hospital or should they?
Yes, they should go to the hospital right away.
Good.
Blake Lively! Blake together, this way, please. Blake solo. Blake, you need to mistake right now. I'm not an American. Blake, hey, Blake.
Kind of single, you don't mind?
Blake, a brief solo. Blake, Blake, to the left. Blake, to the left,
Now, by and large, the internet tore her to shreds, and it was just not a good move. Even legal experts have weighed in on it, and I'm going to do that in another video right after this. But it did not go the way I think they were hoping, and the backlash kind of threw them by surprise because usually when they do things like this is their rollout. And that's why we have this article today. That was the plan, that she's coming out now. So it says Blake Lively is trying to stay positive amid her ongoing legal battle with Justin Baldoni. After Lively, 37, and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, aka Plantation Barbie and Dickpool, made their first joint red carpet appearance since she filed the sexual harassment lawsuit against Baldoni when they attended Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary special on Sunday. A source tells People that she's just trying to focus on the good things as she prepares to release her next movie, Another Simple Favor. So that movie is supposed to be released, I want to say in March, or it's supposed to debut at South by Southwest. I got to follow up on that date. But she hasn't done any press about it yet. And we all know why, because she is persona non grata. And when she did the press tour for It Ends With Us, that is what started this whole thing last summer, where people were just, digging up receipts and showing how she's a mean girl. She was out of touch. This was a movie about DV and abuse, and she was parading around her alcohol brand, which she named the character in the movie who was abusing her. She named one of the drinks after him, Ryle. She was promoting her hair care line, which has now been sold in thrift shops. In fact, let's insert that clip.
Blake Lively's hair care line, Blake Brown, is allegedly doing so poorly that Target is now selling it to thrift stores. Everything in this video is alleged, not confirmation of validity of allegations. Why, yes, those are the hair care products of the A-minus list actress that are being shipped in bulk to thrift stores because the big box stores can't get anyone to buy them. And again, this is allegedly Blake Lively's hair care brand, Blake Brown, and Target selling it to thrift stores.
And she was making it all about her and her fashion, which also was a disaster. And she would say for this movie about DV that's very serious, grab your friends, wear your florals, it ends with us. Something like that. This is the movie, It Ends With Us. It was just ridiculous, tone deaf, and it just was not the right look. So, amongst that and other things, this is what started her public image completely collapsing. So, then let's get into this. So, her not doing the press tour for a simple favor, another simple favor might be a good thing. Blake felt a bit anxious about attending the SNL anniversary. She still thought it was the perfect opportunity to ease back into the spotlight. The source says that they had many friends attending, and as soon as they arrived, they received a warm welcome. It was a great event. Now, I have it on a source that it was not great. It was a very cold reception because if you don't know, Scarlett Johansson was there as well. Okay, her husband is one of the main guys on SNL. I think he may even be producing it now. So it was a very awkward moment, and they have a lot of bad blood in history. It's too much to go into it, but needless to say, when Ryan Reynolds was married to Scarlett Johansson, if you go back into the archives, it was believed that she was cheating with Ryan Reynolds while he was married to Scarlett Johansson. And this is nothing new for them. There's a well documented history of them cheating on their partners in order to, I guess, because they're for the streets or just to get ahead, especially Ryan Reynolds. So during the SNL50 special, Reynolds, 48, participated in a bit from the audience as Lively sat beside him before a larger gag about the cone heads, which is amazing because have you seen that man's head? Okay. Reynolds seemingly made a joke about the headline making legal battle with Baldoni, 41. Blake wouldn't mind staying out of the spotlight for longer, but she has to get back to work with Anna Kendrick soon away. Is soon anyway. I'm sorry, this is just reading so weird. The source adds of their sequel to A Simple Favor. She feels more ready now. She knows it will be a long year with continued drama, but she's just trying to focus on the good things. Her family is everything to her. Well, her brother-in-law took back his support of her, and so have her Brandon Scalar, I think his name is, and he was the other love interest in that movie. He took back his support of her, and we already know her best friend, uh, Taylor Swift, who by the receipts it looks like she's had a strong hand in this movie and will have to be deposed. That they aren't supporting her, but she's claiming that, I guess family is sticking by her side because no one else seems to be. Reynolds and Lively attended SNL with filmmaker Paul Feig, who directed both Simple Favor films. They had a great time, another source told People of their night out. It was nice getting out of the house and being around friends and familiar faces. In December, Lively sued Baldoni, accusing him and others of sexual harassment and a retaliatory smear campaign, which he denies. He countersued Lively, Reynolds, and their publicist in January, alleging defamation and extortion. Her lawyers called his lawsuit meritless. Absolutely not. And you forgot to include, hello, the New York Times that is being sued. There are so many receipts that they have put out. I mean, no one believes Blake Lively. No one believes Ryan Reynolds. I mean, Justin Baldoni kept receipts. He kept voice recording. He recorded conversations. He filmed things. I mean, it is laid out. I don't know why the media keeps both siding it, but we know the media is paid off and corrupt. So it's a pay for play. And they are the power couple, and Justin Baldoni is seen as this weakling, kind of like a David and Goliath story. But unfortunately for them, we are on David's side in this story. Meritless. Oh my gosh. Their lawsuit was meritless. It's just ridiculous to even, but they're lawyers. Lively and Baldoni's legal battle is currently set to go to trial in civil court on March 9th, 2026. Attorneys for both her and Baldoni most recently indicated in a February 13th letter filed in New York federal court on February 13th that engaging in settlement talks at this stage would prove inappropriate and premature. There's no way I don't see it going to settlements because they've ruined his name. Oh, here it is. Sorry. Another Simple Favors world premiere is set for 2025 at Southwest, March 7th. So I had the right time, but this is going to go, I think, directly to Amazon. So it won't be in theaters. Now, looking at this, it's just deranged because, part of her lawsuit, part of her civil rights complaint that she was sexually harassed was that, she can't work, she can't eat, she's just gone through so much trauma and she's just really hurting and this has just been horrible. And it's just crazy because this horrible experience that she claimed she had, which I believe is a lie and a trying to falsely Me Too Justin Baldoni. Well, it's funny because not only did she do all of this stuff behind the scenes of the movie to take the movie away from him and then discredit him, a long saga, but then you had Ryan Reynolds who got involved in it and started bullying Justin Baldoni to the point where I don't mean like light bullying, like psychopathic, okay? Even people before all of this came out who were fans of Marvel, fans of Deadpool, were talking about in forums of how why is Ryan Reynolds so psychotic with this Nice Pool character? And then come to find out, Nice Pool, according to Justin Baldoni's lawsuit and all of the receipts, in my opinion, and everyone else's, is that he had built this character after Justin Baldoni. And it gets so bad in it, and it's so obvious that he ends up having him killed in it in the most grotesque and worst way. It's just it's amazing to me that he was allowed to get away with it, but it seems like Disney signed off on it because I found this clip, and I don't know if anyone else is talking about it, where they mentioned this.
And also to do a movie that isn't necessarily a commercial for another movie, that it is a complete experience when you come to see Deadpool and Wolverine. And that was something that we had the full support of this incredible studio. It'd be fun to sit here and say, oh, Disney and Marvel, they just pushed back every step, but they were the best partners. And I chalk that up to really being prepared. We were all extremely prepared. I think we make movies responsibly, and we filter everything through the prism of communication and collaboration, and I think that should always include the people that are writing the check for the movie as well, and they were awesome. I can't believe they let us get away with it. It is a little shocking, but yeah, it was amazing.
So if your wife was going through all this trauma and was sexually harassed and assaulted, and she just feels so horrible and she's so traumatized, why in the world would you make it into a comedy bit and a depraved one in Deadpool? And then it's so traumatizing once again that she can't leave the house and they have all this anxiety. Why would you go on SNL and even allude to it and make light of it and turn it into a joke? I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. And in fact, Justin Baldoni's lawyer said the same thing yesterday.
Again, you mentioned the latest move. Wasn't the latest move last night?
Oh, Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that seemed like that might be the latest move.
What did you think when you saw, Ryan, make light of the situation? I guess try to find some humor in all this.
I'm unaware of anybody, frankly, whose wife has been sexually harassed and has made jokes about that type of situation. I can't think of anyone who's done anything like that, and so it surprised me.
So once again, the PR machine is trying to PR, but they really can't come up against the people on the internet, the sleuths, people who are looking at these receipts for themselves and are, I would say, 99.99999% on Justin Baldoni's side, while maybe the little small percentage that could be on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' side and that whole thing are people who just have not come through the receipts, or they are just super fans and just cannot let go of the idea of their faves ever doing something like this. Now we are waiting for the amended lawsuit that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds said that they were going to file today. So they wanted to update it to add more people to it, but we haven't seen it yet. It was actually supposed to come out yesterday, but I guess there's some grace period because it was President's Day. But it hasn't dropped, and I'm looking at the time. It's midday. Maybe they're going to drop it by, close of the courts, 5 p.m. Who knows? But in the meantime, guys, if you want to support the show, of course, subscribing, watching the video to the end really helps. But also, you can pick up some of my merch. And specifically, if you're watching this, I think you're going to like some of my Team Justin merch. And this is exclusive to me because I designed them all. So I have my Justice Dragon. I came up with this because Blake Lively in her text, as you guys may know, said to Justin Baldoni, saying that she was like Khaleesi from Game of Thrones and that she has her dragons that can do all this stuff to people. And the dragons were supposed to be Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds. Well, she has her dragons, this bootleg Khaleesi, and Justice, aka Justin, has his. So that's why I call it a Justice Dragon, not Justin a Dragon. Some people were confused, but I have it in a double-sided pillow. I have it in a lilac shirt. I have it in a mug in different sizes, as well as in white for the shirt. And then I have it ends with court. Okay, guys, you know what that means is a play off of the movie and the book. Double-sided. There's the mug, and the design is all around it. And then also, just like my Justice Dragon, I have it in lilac and white. So if you want to support this and pick up some merch, the link to this will be in the description box as well as the pinned comment at the top. Now, you can also follow me on social media. All of my socials are below. I post mostly on X, but I'm building up on TikTok. A couple things have gone viral. I believe Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds got one of my videos taken down for bullying harassment. And if you haven't seen that video, I think I'll link that at the end of this one so you can watch it. It's crazy. But if you want to support me, you can follow me over there. And as well, I do have my Cash App below if you would like to send a donation and help us continue to make videos. But with that, I will see you guys on the next one.